Welcome to Elderly Wisdom, where getting older means getting sharper, stronger, and more confident than ever. Today, I'm revealing the 6 foods scientists say can help stop memory loss in its tracks after age 60. The best part, you probably already have some of them in your kitchen right now. Imagine remembering names instantly, telling stories in detail, and never losing track of where you put your keys. This isn't about pills or gimmicks. It's real, everyday food. Stick with me until the end, because the last food on this list might surprise you, and it's delicious. Asterisk asterisk, they say you cannot teach an old dog new tricks, but your brain is not a dog and it is not done. Learning your brain is a living, breathing network that can grow, adapt, and repair itself at any age if you give it the right fuel. Think about that for a moment. Your brain has billions of tiny cells working together like a symphony. And what you eat decides how well that music plays. Now imagine this: you walk into a room, and you remember exactly why you are there. You greet someone you have not seen in years, and their name comes to you instantly. You sit down with a book, and you actually remember the details the next day. This is not a dream, or something reserved for the young. This is what can happen when you feed your brain what it truly needs. Let us begin with the first food on the list, and I promise you, this is not only easy to add to your day, it is also delicious. I am talking about blueberries. These little blue gems are what I like to call brain bodyguards. They protect your brain cells from oxidative stress, which is just a fancy way of saying they stop the wear and tear that happens over time. Scientists have studied blueberries and found they can improve memory in as little as 12 weeks. Picture yourself sprinkling fresh blueberries over oatmeal, blending them into a smoothie, or just grabbing a handful as a snack. The best part is you do not have to eat buckets of them. Just a cup a day is enough to give your brain that extra edge. But here is the hook that surprises most people. Blueberries do not just help with memory, they also help your brain communicate more efficiently. Think of it like upgrading your internet speed. When your brain sends signals faster, you think quicker, you remember faster, and you react sooner. Whether you are trying to recall a birthday or solve a crossword puzzle, blueberries help you get there with less effort. No. Moving to the second brain-boosting food, walnuts. These little nuts are nature's way of telling you exactly what they are for. Have you ever noticed they look like miniature brains? There's a reason for that. They are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids, which are essential for brain health. Omega-3 south are like the oil that keeps the engine of your mind running smoothly. Without enough of them, your brain can get sluggish like a car that has not had an oil change in years. And here is where it gets interesting. Walnuts do not just help with memory, they also support mood and focus. That means when you add a small handful of walnuts to your daily routine, you are not only improving your memory, you are also making it easier to stay positive and concentrate. Imagine having the clarity to remember where you put your glasses and the calmness to laugh about it instead of getting frustrated. That is the kind of quiet power walnuts give you. Let me keep you engaged here by asking you a quick question. Have you ever walked into a store and completely forgotten why you went there? If you have, that is not a sign you are doomed to memory loss forever. It is a sign that your brain needs a little more nourishment. And the third food on our list is a powerhouse. When it comes to giving your brain the vitamins it craves, leafy greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, lettuce, arugula, all of them are packed with nutrients like folate, vitamin K, and beta-carotene. Folate helps your brain process information faster. Vitamin K protects your brain cells from damage, and beta-carotene keeps your mind alert and ready to learn something new. In fact, one major study found that people who ate 1 or 2 servings of leafy greens each day had brains that functioned like someone 11 years younger. That is like turning back the clock without any fancy treatments or medications. I want you to picture this: you are making lunch, and you toss a big handful of spinach into your eggs, or you blend kale into a fruit smoothie. So you barely taste it, but you get all the benefits. Or maybe you try a crisp salad with bright green lettuce and a light dressing. It does not have to be complicated. And every single time you add those greens to your plate, you are taking a step toward keeping your memory strong and sharp. Here is another hook for you. What if I told you that these 3 foods, blueberries, walnuts, and leafy greens, work even better when you combine them? That is right. Imagine a salad with fresh spinach topped with blueberries and walnuts. You are getting antioxidants, healthy fats, and brain-protecting vitamins all in one bowl. and the taste is incredible. You could eat it for lunch 3 times a week and your brain would be singing with gratitude. No. Let us get personal for a moment, because this is not just about food. This is about moments. Think about the first time you met your best friend. Do you remember the details, what you were wearing, what you talked about, how you felt in that moment? Now imagine being able to recall those moments crystal clear even 20 years from now. That is the gift you are giving yourself. When you make these brain-boosting foods a habit, another reason to stick with me is this: most people believe that memory decline after 60 is inevitable, but studies keep proving that your brain can form new connections and even grow new cells well into your later years. The trick is giving it the building blocks it needs. And these foods are some of the most powerful building blocks you can find in nature. Let me paint another picture. You are sitting at the dinner table with family. A grandchild asks you about a story from your childhood. Instead of fumbling for the details, you smile and start telling the story clearly. The names, the dates, the emotions, they all come rushing back because your brain is fueled and ready. That moment of connection is priceless. And it starts with something as simple as what you eat for breakfast or lunch. The beauty of blueberries, walnuts, and leafy greens is that they are accessible. They are not expensive. They do not require fancy recipes, and they can be adapted to your taste. If you do not like raw kale, you can steam it. If you are not a fan of plain walnuts, you can toast them with a sprinkle of cinnamon. If fresh blueberries are not in season, you can use frozen ones and still get almost all the same benefits. Here is a tip to remember them easily. Think BWG: blueberries, walnuts, greens. Make it your daily mantra. Each morning ask yourself, did I get my BWG today? If the answer is yes, you are on the right track to keeping your memory sharp. If the answer is no, you know what to add to your next meal. And let us not forget taste. Because healthy eating is not about choking down food you do not like. It is about finding ways to enjoy what you are eating so you keep doing it long term. Blueberries are sweet and refreshing. Walnuts are rich and satisfying. Leafy greens can be mild and crisp, or hearty and earthy, depending on what you choose. There is a combination for everyone to know. Before we wrap up part 1, I want you to remember this: your brain is your most valuable asset. It holds your memories, your stories, your personality. Feeding it the right foods is one of the simplest and most powerful things you can do for yourself. And the best time to start is not next week, not tomorrow, but today. Let us continue our journey into the foods that fight memory loss after 60. Because if part 1 gave your brain a spark, part 2 is going to turn that spark into a steady flame. The 3 foods I am about to share are not only powerful for your mind, but they also bring extra benefits for your mood, your focus, and even your overall energy levels. So stay with me, because you may find that just one small change could set off a chain reaction for your whole life. 4th food on our list is fatty fish. Now, before you scroll past thinking you have heard this before, let me tell you why this is more exciting than it sounds. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, and these omega-3 south do something incredible. They help build and repair brain cell membranes. That means they keep your brain cells strong, flexible, and able to communicate clearly. Think of omega-3 south as the phone lines between your brain cells. The clearer the line, the faster the signal. The faster the signal, the quicker you're thinking, and the better your recall. Here is something you might not know. Your brain is almost 60% fat, and a big part of that fat is made up of the same type of omega-3 south found in fish. When you eat fatty fish, you are literally topping up the raw materials your brain is made of. Without them, your brain can slow down like a battery, losing power. With them, your brain stays charged and ready for action. Oh, imagine this: you are in the middle of a conversation and someone asks you about a book you read a month ago. Instead of hesitating or searching for the words, you smoothly recall the author, the plot, the message. That sharpness is partly thanks to the healthy fats in fish. And here is an even better bonus: fatty fish also helps boost mood and reduce anxiety. So not only can you think better, you can feel calmer and more confident while you do it. 5th food is turmeric. And if you are picturing the golden yellow spice in your kitchen, you are exactly right. Turmeric contains a compound called curcumin, which can cross the blood-brain barrier, and that is rare for nutrients. This means curcumin can directly interact with your brain cells, and it does 2 things that are huge for memory. It reduces inflammation, and it increases levels of a brain hormone called BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor. That hormone helps your brain grow new connections. And even new cells is the hook that might surprise you. Chronic inflammation is one of the silent enemies of the brain. It can slowly damage cells and disrupt communication. Turmeric is like a gentle yet powerful firefighter, calming the flames, so your brain has the space to heal and work at its best. You can sprinkle turmeric on roasted vegetables, stir it into soup, or even mix it into warm milk with a pinch of black pepper, which helps your body absorb it better. Now, let us move to the sixth and final food on this list, and I promise you it is going to make you smile. Dark chocolate. Yes, you heard that right. The treat that feels indulgent is actually a friend to your brain when you choose it wisely and enjoy it in moderation. Dark chocolate is rich in flavonoids, which improve blood flow to the brain. Better blood flow means more oxygen and nutrients are reaching your brain cells, and that means sharper thinking, better memory, and even improved reaction time. Here is where the magic happens. Flavonoids in dark chocolate gather in parts of the brain that are linked to learning and memory. They help those areas work more efficiently, so you can take in new information faster and keep it for longer. Just a small square of high-quality dark chocolate with at least 70% cocoa a few times a week can give you these benefits without the sugar overload. Now, let me tie these three foods together for you: fatty fish, turmeric, and dark chocolate. Each one works in a different way to help your brain stay young. Fatty fish strengthens the very structure of your brain. Turmeric reduces inflammation and encourages growth. Dark chocolate improves circulation and energy delivery to your brain. When you bring all three into your diet, you are creating a three-way defense system for your memory. Think of it like building a strong house for your mind. The omega-3 south and fatty fish are the solid walls that keep the structure sturdy. The curcumin in turmeric is the repair crew, fixing damage and adding upgrades. The flavonoids in dark chocolate are the electricity that keeps the whole place bright and active. Together they create an environment where your brain can thrive no matter your age. I want you to pause for a second and picture yourself a year from now. If you started adding these foods today, you wake up feeling alert and ready for the day. You remember your appointments without checking your phone every hour you walk into the kitchen, and you remember exactly why you went there. You tell stories to friends and family, and the details flow out of you with ease. You feel in control of your memory instead of at the mercy of forgetfulness. Here is another reason to stick with me right to the end. Many people think that improving memory is a slow process, but the truth is some of these foods can create noticeable changes in just weeks. The antioxidants, the healthy fats, the anti-inflammatory compounds start working from your very first bite. Your brain loves being nourished, and it responds quickly when it gets what it needs. So how do you actually bring all 6 foods together? In a simple daily routine, you do not have to overhaul your entire diet to make a big difference. You could start your morning with oatmeal topped with blueberries and walnuts. For lunch, you could have a spinach salad with grilled salmon and a sprinkle of turmeric in the dressing. For an afternoon treat, a small piece of dark chocolate. And for dinner, perhaps a warm vegetable curry with a bit of turmeric served with leafy greens on the potato. You see how easy it can be. Each meal becomes an opportunity to feed your memory, and the more you enjoy these foods, the more likely you are to keep them in your life. Long term, the goal is not just to eat them once in a while, but to make them part of your regular rhythm, so your brain is constantly supported. On final thought before we close this part: every time you choose one of these foods, you are not just making a healthy choice for today, you are investing in your future self. You are saying, I want to remember the laughter, the love, the lessons. I want to hold on to the people and moments that matter most. That is the real reason to eat for your memory. It is not just about avoiding forgetfulness. It is about keeping your life full and rich with the things you treasure. ***, your brain is the keeper of your memories, the people you love, the moments you cherish, the stories you treasure. Feed it wisely, and it will serve you well for decades to come. If you learn something new, tap like, share this with a friend, and subscribe to Elderly Wisdom for more tips to help you live stronger, longer, and sharper than ever, because protecting your memory is protecting you.